which is an inherently confidence building way to use your focus. Hey dancers, it's Kirsten. Welcome back to the Confident Dancer YouTube channel or podcast if you're listening there. This episode is for those of you who feel like maybe you've been kind of going through the motions a little bit in dance lately, and maybe you want just a fresh sense of energy, excitement, and motivation to dance. So if that's you, even just a little bit, I want to share with you one very simple strategy that you can use to just reignite your motivation and inspiration in dance. It's going to be very simple, but I like to say simple is actionable. And if you actually do this thing, if you put the idea into action, then it has the chance to change things for you. If ideas just stay as ideas, they won't change your life. So that's why I really believe in the power of simplicity. So that being said, especially since I love to address the mental side of dance, obviously as a coach, a high performance mindset coach, that's what I specialize in, helping dancers through not only optimizing their mental state and their ability to manage their mind in order to perform their best consistently, but also to help you through different mental challenges and blocks that could be holding you back. Lack of motivation and lack of inspiration are definitely two of those things. Or even if you've been feeling just discouraged lately, this one step that you can use from this video will really help you to reignite that sense of inspiration and motivation. So, what is it? It is the power of intentionality. This is so simple. You've probably heard it before, but if you've heard of it before, it's for a good reason. Because the power of intentionality is something that really anyone can use in order to better direct their mental energy, their emotional energy, and their focus, and therefore their action to get a more satisfying experience and better results. So what do I mean by intentionality, or the power of intention? Essentially, intentionality is the art of purposefully choosing what you are focusing on and where you're going to be directing your energy. And not only where you're going to be directing your energy towards, but what you want to create through that directed focus. I love purpose-driven focus and also solution-driven focus. It's such a great way to live. And so often when we feel like we're just going through the motions in dance and we're lacking that motivation or that inspiration, it could be for very many reasons, maybe including burnout. And rest is a real need if burnout is something you've been experiencing. But maybe if it is just that you've been maybe discouraged lately or just going through the motions, maybe nothing bad has really been happening, but you're just kind of, like I said, going through the motions, then intentionality can be so powerful because instead of just showing up and being like, well, it's time for class, so I'm going to dance. Intentionality can be practiced like this. All you need to do to practice this is start with the question, what do I want to get out of this class today? Or you could ask it another way, what do I want to create in this class? Or what do I want to experience? So it could be outcome oriented. What do I want to get out of this class? In the example of a class, it could be a rehearsal or an audition. What do I want to create? Maybe it's something you want to improve, but instead of just saying, I want to improve my turnout, I want to create a sense of stability in my rotation today. See how it's almost the same, but I'm saying it in a more specific way that can help me to treat even a little bit of improvement as a win, as opposed to just saying, I want to improve my turnout, which is probably going to get me focused on how I'm not turned out. And that's just not very inspiring. It's not very encouraging. Instead, just saying, I want to maybe feel more stability in my rotation today. That's such a simple shift, but it gets you focusing on what you want more of, what you want to create, what you want to experience. I want to experience more ease in my dancing today. Whatever that is, intentionality helps you to decide what outcomes or experiences you want to move towards. It's so simple, but one of the great reasons why it works is instead of just taking class and just showing up, which can get us into a very reactionary state of being, our mind is not naturally going to be empty. it's going to focus on something. So if we don't give it an intention, if we don't create a focus that we intentionally and purposely point our mind towards, it's going to focus on anything by default. And since our brains have a negativity bias, if we don't choose what we want to focus on and create that day, your mind might just naturally go towards another thing that's wrong, another thing I don't like about my technique. That looks bad. That teacher gave me another correction. I heard that last week. I must not be improving. Or that person's doing this better than me. Our brains are just naturally prone towards going in that direction if we don't give it a more proactive and reward focused focus. So speaking of the motivation side of this, we are motivated either by trying to avoid punishment or moving towards reward. Or punishment, I meant pain. It could be punishment also. Like maybe getting yelled at from a teacher if you have a really strict teacher or something like that. And sometimes if we don't choose what reward we want to create for ourselves during that class, even if it's just the experience of dancing itself, it doesn't always have to be I want to make this better today, I want to accomplish this, or I want to get 3 good jobs today, which isn't entirely in your control. It can be great to just decide what you want to experience, create more of, what positive senses of reward you want to move towards, and make it meaningful for you, right? I would recommend that you don't just pick something to focus on just because it's a correction you've gotten 5 times. Not to say you shouldn't take action towards applying your corrections. I absolutely believe you should if your teacher's giving you that feedback. But it's important to pick an intention that is personally energizing for you. Like you have some energy behind it. You genuinely want that for yourself. Even if it's the intention to, I'm going to dance bigger today and really feel how good it feels to move in large sweeping motions instead of just kind of staying small. Maybe that's something that excites you. Pick whatever it is that excites you, and I encourage you to pick one thing and make it simple. It doesn't mean that you won't focus on other things in the class as they come or as the teacher directs your attention, but it just means that you go in setting a tone with yourself and seeking to create the rewarding result or experience you want to have. So the second question, to back up, what do you want to get out of the class? What do you want to experience? What do you want to create? The second question that's very important to follow this up with is, what is one thing I can do to help myself get or experience that thing? Making it actionable. I would say move away from just saying, oh, I'm going to remember this or think of that. Try to find one thing that you can practically do. If it's to enjoy the class more, okay, what is one thing you can practically do? One thing I would choose, since I really enjoy music and musicality, I play the piano, music is really a part of me and it has been from a young age. It really motivates me. So I would pick the tiny action of, in order to enjoy the class, which is my intention, I would choose to be playful and so precise with the musicality. And when I dance, when I actually follow the action, what it looks like is I'm actually listening for all of the overtones and undertones of the music. And I'm trying to match my movement to all of those little intricacies in the movement or in the music, so that my movement and the music really feel so synced up. For me, that's very fun. It's like a fun game I play with myself. So maybe that could be something entirely different for you, but see how it's different than just, I'm going to enjoy. Lots of people can say that, but then following it up with that second question, what's one small thing I'm going to do to help myself enjoy class? That can be something that's going to be a lot more unique, personal, and actionable for you. So truly, the power of intentionality is amazing, and it's going to get your mind focusing more on what you want and what you can do, which is an inherently confidence building way to use your focus. Because confidence, one aspect of building confidence is that you are choosing to focus on what you can do, taking action on that, and through doing that, you collect evidence bit by bit. you can do what you say you're going to do. That's a very confidence boosting belief to build evidence of in your life. It starts with intentionality, I think. So comment below. I'd love to hear, what's your answer to that first question? What is something you want to gain, create, or accomplish? Or I think I said experience in your next class. I'd love to hear what that intention is that you want to set for yourself. And hey, if you're feeling spicy, add your answer to question 2 in the comments. What is one small action you want to take to help yourself fulfill that intention? Honestly, test this out this week. Try it. I guarantee you will experience a sense of focus and positivity that you wouldn't have if you just go into class and just go in without an intention. It's so easy to, like I said, get reactionary and just focus on whatever is thrown at you instead of going in there grounded in your intention for what you want to create in that class. I will say, last perk of this before I sign off is that it really helps you to release your focus from anything that is not your intention for that day. I love using the language, what is the job I'm going in for today, and what is not my job? My job. That sounded weird. It helps me to just let go of like, okay, I can tell I'm getting caught up in what this person thinks or what I look like today. That was not my intention for today. And then it helps me reconnect with my intention. It just helps you to have a priority set before you get in the room. So honestly, y'all, this can take 30 seconds of your time. And it is 30 seconds that will be so well spent compared to, let's say, an hour and a half of just going in that class and being aimless. So try this out. Let me know how it changes things for you. And hey, if you would love more support in the mental side of dance, if you'd like help building confidence, and overcoming various mental blocks that might have been holding you back from performing and feeling the way you want to feel, then I'm your girl. I specialize in helping dancers through self-doubt, insecurities, comparison, perfectionism, performance anxiety, all sorts of things like that. So if you are interested in getting individual support to overcome those things and also to get support in building a mental skill set of learning how to tap into the mental states that will serve you and your performance at any given point in time, learning the practical steps to building a truly confident and resilient mind. That is what the Confident Dancer Coaching Program is designed to help with. So if you're interested in that, even just a little bit, click the link below, go to theconfidentdancer.com, and you can learn more about my coaching services there and sign up for a free 30-minute consultation where you and I can connect, discuss your personal goals and challenges. I'll share more about my coaching process, and we'll honestly see if working together would be a great fit. Obviously, it's no strings attached, so if it feels like a no, that is totally fine, but why not go ahead and see? So yeah. Hope to see some of you there. But yeah, I hope you really, really enjoyed this episode. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.